Hello everybody, welcome back for some more Jak 3. Seems we actually have a few more missions than I thought we did left, but that's okay. Yeah, again, these guys, like I said, will eventually just start respawning. I don't know if we need to kill all of them or not. We might have to, that might be the case. Because nothing seems to be nothing seems to be open, so I don't know what's going on. And I can't really destroy this stuff, can I? Not that I'm aware of. Maybe it is just a... Yeah, because like, they're starting to smoke, so that's what was going on. Okay, it was just a gauntlet fight. I didn't realize. My bad. My B. Anyway, yes, we're now entering the actual Metalhead Tower here. Oh, I should probably explain the spin trick. There's this guy I found on YouTube. You'll have to look up, I think, like... I forget his name, but it's like Jak 3 Guns... something. I don't know. I can go look it up. I can do that right now. I know. But I feel like if I don't, I'm gonna be a dickhead about it. So I'm just gonna go look it up right now, real fast, using my likes. So, where'd he go? Ah, here it is. Jak 3 Guns Guide. It's the Rixer's Speed Archive. Rixer as, like, THA, and then R-I-X-E-E-R, apostrophe S. The Rixer's Speed Archive. And he has a Jak 3 gun guide that talks about every gun in depth. There are guns that don't necessarily do much different when they're using melee and stuff. And there's also other... It's mainly a speed thing, too, but there's a lot of really cool tech that even I didn't know about. So... it's worth looking into if you're curious. If you're a little bit curious, like me. Like, curious. Yeah, we're gonna need to defeat all the enemies here. Probably why we got the Supernova. And I've only gotten to use the Supernova once, so I'm probably gonna try to save it. Getting the upgrade. I'm gonna save it for... not only the upgrade, but also when there's more enemies to take down. You know what we probably do here, actually? We probably flap. We probably Flappy Bird. It's probably what they want me to do. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna work, right? So, who cares? They let me out of it. Alright. Yeah, you'll know when you really want to use Supernova. You'll know. This part of the game will make damn sure that you realize that, you know, that's a good point to do it. And I think we're coming up on one, too, actually. Might be. I don't know why I get Transformers Devastation vibes from this. I think it's like when you're inside the Allspark or something, I think. At the Shockwave area, whatever, the Decepticon place. I forget. Oh yeah, the spin technique. So, when you jump in the air and do this, you know, yeah, that works. But you can actually jump. It's something I never really put two into... I thought it was just random. But if you actually get close to the ground and then kick and then shoot... somehow, yeah, like right there, if you start shooting, like before I think you land, you can still activate a burst fire. And what on his video he talked about, like, the fact that you can sort of infinite it too. Does that even do damage at all? Like, it almost feels like it doesn't. And then also the wave concussor can be used as a jump. Like an extra height of jump and stuff, and it's pretty cool. You can do like a high jump while you're like when you fire it off. It's really neat stuff. I forget how you're supposed to do it exactly, but yeah, there it is. You can do like high jump with it. You can also, I think like charge, jump, double jump, charge, and then you can do like an extra set of jumps with it. It's so fucking cool. And I like when games just have things that are just fun. I don't mind a good amount of balance with a game. Especially if it's a game that has a hard difficulty mode or something like that. But having a game every once in a while that just says, fudge it. Have fun. I think it's always kind of nice. You know what? It's kind of a waste of ammo, but fuck it. There you go. Is that better than the Rhino 3? In my opinion, yes. It does about the same kind of thing, too, but yeah. Also, you can stack Peacemaker shots. I never knew that. There's a way to do it, I just forget exactly how. I know in his video he shows it off, so... Fun little tips and tricks for you. Definitely worth checking out, especially if you're a fan of Jack. You know, you might end up finding something you might not know about. And that's how I found out about the Wasteland combo, it even having a name. I knew about the melee system, I just didn't know anything about that. And I tried looking up Wasteland combo on Google, but nothing would come up. So, I guess it's just a forbidden, hidden technique that only the best of Jack players would know about. Even though you kind of figure that out when you play the game yourself. But I wanted to know if, like, every single gun had it, and as far as I know, no. But as far as I'm aware, every gun has some sort of hidden thing to it, kind of. Except for maybe Mass Inverter, which is the only one I can think of that wouldn't really have much going on for it besides what it does. Which is fine. What it does is fine. By the way, that's my PS3 you're hearing. Making all that noise. My cord, my charger cord's banging on it right now, so... Oh, we're back out in the city. And we got a distance to go, don't we? Always with this fucking game. Like, I don't mind flying around every once in a while. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to go too far either. Just because I don't mind doing it doesn't mean I want to do it all the time and want to go way the fuck out there. Alright, but yeah, we've used Nuke a couple times, or Supernova, whatever it's called, a couple times here. I think we can see what the upgrade is and maybe even get it. Ammo efficiency. Since it takes up 10 shots to shoot, it's probably going to drop it down to 8. I believe so. Either way, having more efficiency is nice. More ammo efficiency, sorry, it's it's super helpful. You still only get like 2 shots out of it because if it's 8 shots per, you're eating up like 16 out of like the 20, leaving you with like 4 shots left. Unless you can just activate it with 1 shot left. I don't know, maybe. Okay, never mind. I guess I was wrong about how far this was. Forgot that she moved. Is it minigame time? Oh no, I guess we did that in Jak 2. Once again, yet another case of Jak 2 did it. Alright. Let's see what this is all about. And is that the destroyed temple? Or... not sure. We still have yet to go and save our dad from the pits of despair. Alright, fuck it. Yeah, I might as well get everything fully back again, as the game knows. Oh, there's also, like, if you slightly hold on the D-pad, or you could accidentally switch between weapons fast if you're not careful. That's also another trick you can do, too, is holding a direction, like a diagonal direction or whatever, and go from there. Oh, yeah, this is... Have we been here before? Because I feel like we did. Yeah, I think, like, when we first got attacked by metalheads and shit, I think we came here. Well, I don't know. I could do side quest stuff, but honestly, I mean, I've already done... I already got all the upgrades that I'm looking for anyway, so... I don't think it's necessary right now. Alright, game, you gonna... Oh. I was gonna say, you gonna help me figure out how to get in here? Because, I can't see shit. I think this is where our dad's at. I remember hating this mission back when I was a kid, so... Even when I played it again when I got older, too, I think this is the mission that I don't like, but we'll see. Thank God the Jetboard just consistently does what it needs to. Oh, yeah, this is like a... Not really an arena fight, but I remember this one... Oh, are you guys ready for even cooler metalheads? Yeah, that's right. We're getting different metalheads to fight, too. It's sick. Okay, so maybe the Peacemaker's a lot better than I thought it was. Well, in my... To me, honestly, like, I don't use it as often, so... That's probably why I end up not realizing that it has actually some potency. I always felt like it was just like a 3-chain and that's about it, but no, apparently not. Ugh. Ouch. Yeah, honestly, collecting 600 orbs is gonna be fucking pain in the dick. But I could just say I could keep the save file for that case, but knowing me, I'm gonna end up deleting it. Also, is a beam reflexor because like Blaster has like bigger shots, I think. Yeah. Yeah, Blaster just has like bigger shots to it. That's pretty cool. Could show off the Supernova. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Yeah, if you like Metalhead stuff, I think you'll probably like this area. I think that's pretty. It's but god damn it. Sorry. I'm choking on it again. Fuck. I'm an idiot. Ugh. So if you like Metalhead stuff, you might like this. Possibly. But I remember this one being kind of annoying, so we'll see what happens. Again, sorry. I'm not doing that because of sinus. I'm doing that because I fucking shut my spit again, like I always do. Because I talk all the time. Don't give myself time to breathe or nothing. And that's the Let's Play curse. You got any inch of dead air and it's donezo. That's how some people might look at it. Fuck it, I'll Dark Bomb their ass. To be fair, it probably would have been smarter just to not Dark Bomb and actually, do the Dark Uppercut thing instead. Because, you know, that way I can actually hit him properly. Without accidentally maybe missing a few of them, but I think it's okay. Still ended up killing him regardless, so it's whatevs. What is these nasty little bastards? We get light back. What's up with that? Are we flying somewhere? Are we going somewhere? Seems like that's the case. Because they really want you to fly, don't they? There's bound to be something down there, right? It just looks like there's going to be. Okay, no, this might be just a hell pit. Yeah, it's probably just a hell pit. Oh, great. Okay, no, we're fine. We got out. We got out. And yeah, I could have gone back and got more Dark Eco again, but it's okay. Also, where the fuck are the cool Metalhead guys I was talking about a second ago that I keep talking about? Like, I'm like, yeah, they're here. They're gonna happen. Maybe I'm dumb and just don't remember. I don't know. Or I might have gotten it wrong. Got my games mixed up again. Okay. Pretty sure this is where we're supposed to be going. You know, I could use, actually, come to think of it, the Arc Wielder. Because this thing is pretty damn good, all things considered. Although, I don't think I use Needler enough. Something else that the guy talked about, too, in that video was, when he shoots towards somebody, it almost feels like it doesn't home in correctly. So he'll aim, like, to the side, and it will always typically hit better. So, that could be something that actually does happen. I don't know. Hey, this is the or the racing speedway thing, right? Looks about the same to me. Is there anything over there to get? Probably not. I mean, I see a fire, but I don't. Well, it looked like something was kind of orange. But I'm pretty sure that was just the light, make it look like there's a fire. Yeah, these are supposed to home in on these guys, kind of. But I'm not 100% sure if that's even really the case. Now that I've heard about that, I don't know. Ugh. Would probably be easier if I just used Lightjack to fly here. Honestly, I think it's easier just to hover a jetboard on it. It just makes sense, you know? And it's kind of automatic too, so I don't have to worry too much about too much bullshit. Eeh. Surprised I'm using blue gun this much. Usually I'd just be using yellow, but at this point, these are always going to fall. They made that pretty crystal clear on that end. Can't go up there. Is there something I needed to destroy? Yes. I got the game has to remind me that, yeah, you can do that, by the way. Like, yeah, I'm well aware. I'm pretty sure we've been doing that, so I would assume I can still do that. God, I'm not getting that metalhead skull anytime ever. Eesh. Alley-oop. Okay. Fuck off. I thought I could get up there, but I guess not. I'm gonna heal, because that's not the heal. That's not the heal, it's triangle. I always forget that. My bad. Okay, so maybe this is not exactly the place I'm pretty sure this is the place where we save our dad eventually. Just... I could have sworn there was like this really cool, like... Oh, I'm thinking of 2 again, aren't I? Fuck. Okay, I apologize. I genuinely got the place in 2 mixed up when you're about to fight the final boss area. Because they have like these big, giant, like, elephant metalheads and shit. It's kind of creepy, though, but it's really cool. Fuck off, game. Bullshit. What if I could hit it from here? No. Well, maybe. I don't know. I might have been able to. Who knows? Yeah, that's the annoying thing, is these assholes. The annoying purple, not the orange. Ugh, but goodness... Or, I mean, thank goodness I have... extra defense, I think, when you're in Dark Jack form. Also, have these platforms fall the moment you touch them. Give you almost no second to jump off them. That's just Jack for you. Classic Jack platforming at its finest. Make you really know for sure that you gotta jump, bucko. You can't do anything else. That's why it's better just to do the spin kick. Oh, there's a game that I found out about that I think that same guy was talking about that's talking about the guns. He did a video on it. It's called Gear Grit. It's on Steam, coming out on Steam. I don't know if it has a demo yet or not, but it's basically a PS2 inspired game. And one of the bigger inspirations of it is Jack. So, you can see it. Like, I definitely can see a lot of the Jack inspiration in it. It looks okay. I mean, I don't know. It might be good when it comes out. Depends. But I'll definitely give it a peek at some point, because I wouldn't mind having more Jack stuff. Because I feel like this is just a series that really deserves something more to it. Or at the very least, not necessarily in the same series, but somebody else can take like the helm of it and make another sort of inspired game. But I feel like a lot of the time indie devs don't really get that 100% correct. I mean, I know, granted, a lot of the time they're not trying to make a Crash game. They're trying to make their own game that happens to be Crash-like. Like Silo Civil being a Crash 1-like, which is very impressive that they even decided to do that. Which is cool. Okay, Silo Civil I feel like is an exception. I'm trying to say, there's games out there that do the 64 or PS1 era type games, but they always make them like really smooth. And I think that it sounds dumb, but I feel like if you're gonna make a game that's inspired by an older generation of games, I think that, you know, the frame rate should also be a factor that you consider when you're doing it too. Because having like a 30 frame constant, or sorry, a constant 60 frame Zelda-like game just doesn't feel like it's exactly like I mean, granted, again, these games are not the same exact thing, but usually I fall into that trap of I hear 64 inspired and I think, oh, I want to play that, and then I play it and then, yeah, it might be a little bit inspired by it. It's not my cup of tea. So that's just what I'm kind of afraid of running into all the time. And then I start not liking that game for dumb reasons, and it could be a good game the entire time. Who knows? Just because it doesn't feel exactly like it came from the 64 era. It just looks like it. I wish it would also feel like it too. So that's all I want to say about that. Well, I guess if anything, just to go back to talking about the Gear Grit thing, it is, for what it's worth, not exactly a Jack clone, but it has Jack isms. It's got like a punch uppercut thing, I think, going on. It's got guns that sort of resemble a little bit, like, scattergun being red and that kind of thing. So hopefully that's alright. But speaking of which, once again, said I'm going to stop talking about shit like that. Well, here I am. Well, I just thought of something else, too. So I'm going to coin this term as the South Park way of doing things. So you know how, like, in South Park, the show, they'll usually have an A plot and a B plot. And that's two plots into one single thing. I think that there's a lot of, and this is just my kind of case, or my personal opinion, I feel like there's a lot of indie games out there. Okay, maybe not like a ton, but there's like a good few out there. I can't think of it on the top of my head right now. That want to be this and that and everything at once. And I feel like that kind of ruins it. I feel like the rule of two, like the South Park rule, is your best bet. So, for example, if you have a game that it's a Metroidvania, it's a 64 style game. No, not Sueda Regalia. Well, that's Castlevania 64 and Metroidvania, but I think it's fine because it's still Vania to some extent, and Castlevania also does Metroidvania stuff too, so fine. But something like, oh, it's Mario 64 meets Sonic the Hedgehog meets Ocarina of Time meets Pikmin meets Jak 2 and 3. At that point, it's just overabundance of different ideas, and they all kind of clash. And I feel like, personally, you should just, at the very least, try to make a game that has two of those themes in it, and then just stick with that. And I feel like one of those themes usually should be what your game is going to be. Is it going to be a shooter? Is it... Okay, maybe not. Maybe those are overhead, like, ideas instead. You can make a first-person game that's that's Metroidvania and a survival horror, and still fill in that, like, rule of two concept, I guess. Still feel as if you're not going too far with it. Because at that point, the first-person view is just a genre. I mean, they all kind of are, really. Oh, whatever. I get what I'm talking about, but I'm not saying it right. I just don't want to see a lot of indie games, and because again, I feel like there's just a lot of indie games that do this typically. No offense to them, just saying that I've kind of just spotted them there, because I typically play indie games a lot, so that's probably why I tend to see that more often. In terms of AAA shit, the only thing I can think of that probably wanted to do too much was, well, there was Highguard. That was a thing that happened. That was Apex and Valorant and all sorts of different things. It's like an MMO. It's all this crazy crap. I mean, it was pretty much just dead on arrival anyway, but I feel like having all that extra crap doesn't help. And then there's Fortnite, which I feel like can kind of get away with it because Fortnite just sort of became like the new Roblox. Which is fine, because you got all these different game modes you can play, which I do think is kind of interesting. Zero build being one of them I'd rather play. I just don't care about the building aspect of those games. Never really got into Fortnite in that way. I tried, but never really could. And then, yeah, having like all these different like weird horror game things or ideas is neat. I remember Roblox back in the day. Like, I never played it, ever. But thinking it was just kind of like a weird Lego sim game. And then, later on in life, come to find out there's like a bunch of shit that people can create and people can do. And there's like a ton of different games that are just made in Roblox. And it's like, damn. Alright. They can just do that, it's cool. Okay, we have a time limit. I'm guessing we have to kill everybody in here, don't we? Well, guess what time it is? Supernova time. I was right, it was 8, wasn't it? Don't make me use the robot again. I'd rather not have to. By the way, for this part, it's going to be annoying. Speaking of annoying, yeah. Okay, off to a good start. Yeah, just nuke this room. It's better that you do that. Hell, it's preferred you probably do that. I would love to use gyro, but I don't have the opportunity to. I was gonna say, I wish these flying fuckers would spawn in as soon as I show up. Yeah, platforming on this sucks. Single jumps help out a ton, but I'm still scared doing that. And I guess, honestly, Beam Reflector should be your preferred choice to get through this. Yeah, a lot of very tight platforming things going on right now, and I have to watch out for possible enemies that might end up trying to shoot me. Wish Jack would fucking jump! These flying assholes is what's causing it. I'll have to kill everybody in here anyway, so... Good. Wouldn't it be neat if we had like a light jack or a dark jack ability or just some other sort of jack ability that spawns ammo for you? Or like overdrives your guns or something. Like, oh, here you go, you can do that. You could have infinite ammo for like a little while. So then I could just spam the living hell out of this. I hope I don't get shot right now, because if I do, I'm donezo. Ugh. Kind of funny how they give you light here, but I think that's on purpose, because I believe that Flying Jack does not last forever. I think eventually it's just going to wear off, but I'm freaking out. I'm thinking it's going to. Okay, no, I guess it just lasts while you're in it. Good. Kind of shot myself in the foot again. That's okay. Alright, let's go. Oh yeah, another quick way to get out of light or jack is just use the hoverboard. You can skip the animation of him putting his hands on his head. On his head. His hand on his head, oh my god. I'm craving pizza, but I got a sandwich I need to eat. I'll do that when I get done with this game. Sorry, there's nothing really to talk about. We're just kind of going down, and, you know, that's about it. I guess we made it in time. Apparently. Is it final boss time? Also, surprisingly enough, the dad section wasn't as bad as I remember it being. Maybe I've just gotten better at this game, I don't know. By the way, this is on a timer. And somehow I clipped through that, but I'll take it. Be careful with your lawn jumps, you might end up screwing yourself over. I'm pretty sure this is on a timer. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that one's going. You probably could flash freeze and be fine. And big giant precursor door. Oh. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, yeah, I remember this. I remember this one sucking dick. Typically, anything involved in the desert is usually kind of annoying and difficult, but we'll see. Then I'm just going to wager a guess and say that most likely it's going to be one of those ones where if you die, you're doing the whole thing over again. So the idea is you want to get around to his foot and shoot him in the foot and blow up each target. It doesn't take too long to kill it, but the gun you're using right now is not a very fun gun to, or not a very fun car to use for this mission. Forgot that they can also shoot you too. Ah, damn it. The auto-aiming is fine, for what it's worth. I mean, it's a straight shot. So you can get moments like that where you're on top of a ramp, or if you're aiming down, you can probably do that. But, yeah. You'll see what I mean with how obnoxious this part is. Especially with how far he goes. And by the way, there's no time limit, I don't think. Not that I know of. At least I don't hope... I hope there's not a fucking time limit to this shit. I think it's just bros just walking around and... Oh yeah, so luckily enough, it looks like Jack does aim upwards. which is very useful. Shit. That could have killed me. That's going to come in handy. No pun intended, I guess, because these are... Well, these are legs, not really hands. Whatever. Get off me, dude. Okay, we got most of the front ones done. Maybe. Not sure which ones are which now. I don't know where the front begins and where the front ends. Okay, nice. Did I not hit it? I thought I did. I did. It's just on the other side. Okay. I'm just being stupid, I guess. Yeah, I'm just... There we go. Okay. Again, thank God for the auto-targeting, sort of. Because this would be absolute hell if you had to line up all of your shots across the desert on these fucking ramps. Explains why there's a lot of weird geometry in the desert, huh? Yeah, they really went out with this whole thing of just making it lifted up and all that. Knowing my ass, if I was making this game, I probably would have just made everything flat as fuck. But I guess that's something I can kind of appreciate. Like, they actually took the effort to make it like an actual winding desert that is just big and annoying to get through. So, no offense to Naughty Dog for it being annoying. I'm just saying, I think that's impressive. I mean, to be fair to their credit, you know, Naughty Dog is usually pretty considerate about level design. Like, I know that a lot of Last of Us, or I wouldn't really talk about Last of Us, but like Uncharted is very streamlined, kind of, because you're just going from point A to point B. And you're climbing on things, and it's not really that impressive, I guess, but there's some impressive set pieces in Uncharted. But then again, like, that's the thing, though, like, that's just how Uncharted is. It's just, I guess you could say it's set piece the game. Am I going to be able to go into that water? Yes. They do. They make you go all the way back and do it all over again. Because at this point in time, they probably figured, like, oh, you got this. You just fucked up, that's all. Dude, really? Anyway, like I'm saying, like, I always felt like Naughty Dog was a company that at least tried anything that they could to make a game, at the very least, look and feel fun. And even like a series like Uncharted, which somebody might say, you know, is very on rails or boring because it's not a platformer, and it's, I don't know, it's like a weird hybrid of platforming and shooting and stuff, like Jack. But no, or, well, okay, not that, but more so the story, I guess. Like, because it's a movie game, people might look at it and think it's shit. Uncharted is actually one of the few movie games that I'll give credit to and be like, yeah, I still actually like the fact that it's a movie game. Because even though it's technically a movie game, it still has things to do, thankfully. It still has fun things to do. You got treasures to collect. Much like the Precursor Orbs. Yeah, now that I think about it, it makes a lot more sense now with the treasures. Dude, fucking actually, seriously? Last of Us is kind of the same way, where Last of Us at least has actual, true gameplay going on. I mean, you can melee and walk around. I mean, there's a lot of walk and talk shit too, but there, I don't know, there's gameplay there for what's worth. I know that saying movie game is, depending on what you're talking about, a pretty wide thing to say. Because like God of War, the new God of Wars are a very movie game, but they still have gameplay. I know what they mean by movie game. It's typically like, you know, this fucking constant cutscenes and shit. I would argue that Naughty Dog is definitely one of the... I wouldn't say necessarily pioneers of it, but definitely feels like they're one of the ones that really started to do things like that. To want to do movie-esque games. Because you could even see, like, back in... Even, like, Jak 1, especially Jak 2 and 3, there's a big, giant hint of... Like, yeah, this is wanting to have some sort of theatricalness to it. And I feel like they all do a fine job at that, so... Alright, here it begins, the final boss fight. It's definitely a boss fight. If you die here, it's pretty much GG's. So be careful. That goes without saying, of course, but it's something to kind of be careful of. Obviously. I think Nuke might do some good damage. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Oh yeah, you're supposed to kill these things, aren't you? Yes. At the very... Okay, yeah, you're supposed to wait for his head to kind of pop down and attack. For the laser, it's just side dodging, kind of. I don't have enough for Nuke. Yeah, you can't do it anyway. I forget what it was, but there's like an interesting trick when it comes to the Nuke for this part. You know what? Just because I'm crazy, I want to use Gyro. And the good thing is you can switch guns while you're doing it too, which is fucking dope. Yeah, maybe Nuke does just... I don't know, we'll see. Sorry, I had to. Actually, before that, I'm going to heal. So I've been taking quite a bit of damage here. Alright. Just blast these assholes. Get rid of them. I don't know why the game is not letting me just get on with this. But yeah, you can skip ahead of this fight somehow. I forget exactly how. There's apparently a way to do it. Oh yeah, I gotta take the laser shot here. It's better just to dodge back, like do this, like punch backwards. And then dodge to the side when you get the chance. Than it is just going toward him. Because I feel like if you go toward him, he's gonna hit you. God, did they ever stop? Or am I missing something? I just didn't blow up a certain tentacle or whatever. Because clearly that's not the case. I like to use the punch just to kind of dodge. Although you could just run. Alright, let it go and see what happens. I think it does about the same amount of damage regardless. Ouch. There we go. I know I'm getting a lot of blue ammo here, but honestly, beam just seems to be the better choice, regardless. And we got about 2 more hits left to go, and then he's done for. You could use Dark Jack as well. So. Yeah, you can do that. You have a cool little thing. Hang on. Let me heal up again. I'm sorry for the lack of commentary. There's not really much to talk about. I mean, it's the final boss area. There's not much to it. Besides, I guess, wait for him to do a thing and follow up with it. And whenever you get the chance to hit him, you know, you do so. They like to give me a lot of Peacemaker shots, don't they? Actually, I think I know what it was to kill the final boss. I think you use Peacemaker, like, with a charged... like a stacked charge combo or something. Maybe. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking nuke your asses. I'm probably gonna get hit there because he's got a laser going, so... He's got a laser pointer. Dude, where's my laser pointer? Yep, figured. Alright. Back to the main objective at hand. I would love to use every weapon I have, but there's really no point. This fight does not let you do that. I mean, neither did Core either, so... to be fair. At least I don't think he ever really made you use everything. I never felt like I needed to use everything. Because I do kind of have a thing for, like, games. I think games are, you know, kind of cool, and they just are like, oh yeah, you might want to use everything in your toolkit to fight boss. It can be kind of neat sometimes. I don't know if you can hit him from there. I don't think so. Yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Too bad this boss is just kind of shit. I think that's always just been kind of the case. It's just very unfortunate that it just exists. All right, well, we're done. So, Andy Gavin and Jason Rubin are usually the head honchos of Naughty Dog stuff. Oh, something I did not know about. I'm going to have to look that up. I heard that Amy Hennig was actually the writer behind Forspoken, but that does not sound right. And I hope that's not true. Let's find out. Yeah, because like apparently Forspoken got rebooted later on. But that was somebody else that did that. Oh, here we go. With additional foundational concept work provided by notable industry veterans Amy Hennig. Credited for the story concept. And then Gary Whitta credited for original concept. But it was primarily written by somebody else, Allison Reimer and Todd Stashwick. So somebody had said that Amy Hennig sucks. Like, even though she did a good job on Uncharted, she sucked when it came to other things, because she was writing for this game. She was the story concept, so I don't know if that... She probably came up with the idea of it, and then all the bad shit that happened, like all the really terrible writing aspects of it, wasn't her fault. But people would probably look at that and say, well, yeah, it's her fault because she was a part of it. Like, she's definitely... Like, regardless of what it is, she's a part of it. It doesn't matter. She still worked on a shitty game. But if the game got rebooted with new writers, then at that point, I mean, who do you think probably decided to do that? Most likely, the new writers. So, alright, there we go. Let's go spend the rest of our orbs, I guess, because why the fuck not? You know what, let's go show off the Ratchet & Clank gun course. That's all the way over there. I don't know about that. Hero mode just cost $5. That's funny. Sure. There you go. I don't know. I kind of want to go take a peek at it, but the problem is I gotta go figure out where the fuck... Wait, yeah, the desert's right here. Alright. Let's hop over to Haven City, because it drops you right off where the gun course is at. So let's go do that real quick. This says one final hurrah for Jak 3. And I can talk about Jak 3. I can talk about all the fun things about it, right? So Jak 3 as a whole, I think I still think it's a good game. However, it has like a very long intro that takes a bit to kind of get used to. The desert, honestly, I'm still not a fan of. I like the idea of the desert. I just don't like playing in the desert. I don't like certain missions in the desert. I don't mind traveling the desert, really, but it's the missions that I think kind of fuck it all up for me, because there's a lot of stuff here that hurts to do with all the weird geometry and just getting knocked off your car and going flying and flinging everywhere, and that sucks. Seeing Haven City come back is cool. Story-wise, it's still pretty good. Guns especially, my god, like... That is my favorite part about this game, is just the guns. Alright, we got Clank course, and then I'm sure we got Ratchet course. So let's do Ratchet course. I guess you can use any gun outside, or you can use any gun except for a few. Oh yeah, so I don't think you're supposed to shoot Ratchet. Might help if I didn't do that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ratchet's not supposed to be shot. Honestly, it might be better if I just use fucking scattergun here, because that might be more effective. I don't know. Shit. I'm not sure who's gold or not. I'm guessing these guys would be gold, but they look yellow, so it's really hard to tell. They look just about the same as anybody else. That's godforsaken place. Ah, so Clank shows up too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this is really neat. I've always really enjoyed... I guess you get no orbs for this. That's fine. I've always kind of enjoyed the idea of these guys just having games that they work on show up in each other's games and stuff. Because to be fair, a lot of, like, you know, Ratchet-isms do come from a lot of Jak stuff too. Like them having a high jump and a long jump and stuff of that nature. Which is not a thing that Jak necessarily came up with. Because, you know, it's more so, if you really think about it, technically, a Mario 64 thing of all things, actually. Well, hell, even then, I don't know if Mario was the first one to come up with that idea either. But you get the point, like, at the time, there was a lot of... God, I suck at this game. Since they were so close to... Yeah, that's another thing that Jak can do, too, is you can just kind of hold it gangsta style. I forget how you get that to happen. I guess that would be it. I think, like, melee. And then shoot. And you can slightly move and turn with it, which is nice. And then doesn't get rid of it. I was going to say, I don't see anybody popping up. We could try out the Clank course if you guys want to see that too. Because why not? Yeah, again, I could just go into the detail. Like, I could talk about the guns for seemingly hours, it feels. Just because of how much fun they are. Ah, fuck. Hell. There we go. Alright, now we're going to try out the Clank course. So, let's give it a shot. Looks like they won't be using concussor here. Interesting. I kind of wish there was a gun course for every single gun. That was all, like, based around what that does. Now, granted, unfortunately, I mean, you know, with something like Plasmide or even like the nuke. Well, they don't even let you use nuke in here anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh, I don't know how you're supposed to do it, but you can... You can consistently fire off Plasmide shots. I forget how. At least Jak doesn't die using it, which is very nice. Fuck you, fuck you. Actually, maybe Arc might be useful here too, actually. I think one thing that's bothered me is I keep seeing, like, gray. Because, you know, it's Clank. I keep thinking he's, like, one of the Terranoids or whatever. One thing I will say, though, is at least there's no crazy score they can get to go for in these at all. You just play them for fun because you want to. Like, it would be cool to get something out of it, sure, but I get why they probably wouldn't do it. Ah, fucking hell. Of course. Yeah, of course. I'm sure that's probably like a blaster section right there. To be fair. What they probably want you to use. I've always actually kind of liked going this way, personally. Because they usually end up giving like a ton of guys to fight in the end, which is cool. I wonder how long that rate of fire stays. I should check that up. Well, then again, I mean, you get the rate of fire upgrade. Shit. You can get the rate of fire upgrade. And that probably most likely affects it. Are we done, or is it just... What are we waiting on here? What happened, game? Alright. Yeah, let me try something out real quick, just out of curiosity. It's like, here's the normal rate of fire. Here's me mashing it, right? You can't hold it down, but that's the rate of fire normally. So, technically speaking... I think it just gets rid of it in general. Like, no matter what you do, like, even if I was to go for a punch combo, it wouldn't do much. It's still useful doing a punch combo, but... I don't know. Anyway. So, yeah, that's it for Jak 3, and... Most likely, the next time I see you guys in the Jak universe will probably be for something like Jak X, or even Daxter, but I don't know. Or even that weird stream idea thing I had where it's like, oh, you know, I could always do like Ratchet, Sly, and Jak together, but at that point, it used to be Ratchet and Sly. I mean, Ratchet and Jak. Ratchet and Jak. So, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Jak 3 was great. Still love it. Still a lot of fun. And then, yeah, I might take that hiatus right now. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm really thinking about it. So, if you see an update video, that will definitely confirm whether or not I decided to or not. So, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time for whatever I do next. And, of course, as always, take care, everybody.